my eternal devotion to Helena Bonham Carter has caused some problems insofar as trying to get hold of some of her older films. That's certainly the case with The Vision, which is a 1987 film directed by Norman Stone and written by William Nicholson. This is only available on VHS, and needless to say, those VHS tapes are not exactly readily available. In the end, I ended up paying more than I would have liked to for a VHS on eBay. And then I also had to go and buy a VHS player as well. It was a big ordeal to watch this one film. And that's a problem I have with my devotion to HBC. I kind of went to great lengths to try and watch this film. Was it worth it? Yes, in terms of being a HBC fan, because she's young and adorable and her performance is lovely, of course. The film itself it's quite interesting, and I think the execution of the narrative was pretty enjoyable. So this was released, actually it was released in 1988, I believe at the beginning, but was part of the Screen 2 series that I know not that much about, but it was a BBC kind of series of dramas. I think there were 4 episodes per series, and they'd screen these different films that were produced specifically for this. It seems like a fun idea, and I might actually check out some more of the films that they did. But for now, I've only, to my knowledge, seen The Vision, and I do like the narrative, so I'll read the description from IMDb. And this is as follows. Veteran broadcaster James Marriner is persuaded to front a big-budget national film TV channel, but he begins to suspect that the channel is a front for something much more sinister and political. I feel like this will, unfortunately, always be timely. It's always going to be something that's going to be relevant, because there's always suspicion that things are not what they seem. And I find that a really interesting concept. I've always had a big fascination with broadcast journalism. At one point, it was my career destination until I realised that I can do only writing and nothing else. I'm a writer. But this takes a really interesting concept and executes it very well in a way that's engaging and entertaining. It is a drama. It is quite dramatic. It gets to the heart of the narrative quite quickly. It doesn't waste too much time setting up. And Marriner is a character played by Dirk Bogarde. I apologise if I've completely mispronounced that. But he plays James Marriner, and he's a really likeable protagonist, and his viewpoint is really interesting to watch unfold. We have various different characters who play different important roles, and I think everybody's very well cast. HBC plays a character called Jo, who is obviously not our protagonist, but the daughter of, and I like her. I think she's an interesting enough character, and it cost me a pretty small fortune to actually be able to see this. I'm trying to think of where I got the TV from. I know I didn't buy a TV to watch this. I think I borrowed somebody's really old television set that was VHS compatible. But I do remember buying a VHS player. I think I got it from a charity shop. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it. I'm glad I've seen it. I will never watch it again. I don't even have the VHS tape anymore. I do have. I did record the HBC scenes. I recorded her scenes. I do actually have that as a digital file, and I probably will watch those again at some point. But the film is good. Lynda Bellingham is in it. I can't really complain about it. If HBC wasn't in it, I'd probably enjoy it a little bit less, but I would have still liked it. It's still got a narrative that I found compelling and decent to watch. If it were on DVD or streaming, would I watch it again? Yeah, maybe at some point, but I'm in no rush to do it. It's a decent enough film. Pretty interesting narrative that's really pleasing to watch. It unfolds at a really good pace. I will say, watch it if you can. If you have a VHS player to hand, I'd say get hold of the VHS and give it a watch. But ultimately, I think the BBC should release the Screen 2 series on DVD. The whole thing, all of it. And then I'll watch them all, and that would be a lot of fun. I'd quite like to plough through those films and see what they're all like and how they compare, if there were any running themes. I literally don't know very much about this because this is the only one that I've seen. But if the BBC would ever like to do that, I'd find that really pleasing. Fingers crossed they do. But for now, pretty happy with the vision.